Yes, yes, yes. Ma'am, continue.
Good morning.
Okay, ma'am.
Just a minute. I'll introduce you. So, very good morning to all of you, and welcome to this morning session. We have rescheduled it because of the absence of the previous speaker. So, with us today, we have Dr. Neena Kumari Kamal. She's working as scientist at ICR, REC, Rachi Regional Station, Jharkhand, and she is a product of Ranchi Veterinary College, and she did her master's and PhD from Indian Veterinary Research Institute, Izzatnagar. She is recipient of ICR, JRF, and SRF Merit Scholarship, and she has done she's acknowledged with registration of Pathly ducks as PI and Purnia cattle as co-PI. She is handling research projects and more than seven, and published more than 30 research papers, 15 popular articles, three extension literatures, and organized many training and extension programs. So, with these words, I welcome Dr. Reena Kumari Kamal for giving his insight on backyard poultry farming system for rural livelihood enhancement. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Pragya ma'am, and good morning, all of you. Actually, Pragya madam has very well introduced me, but this is too much. But anyway, I am thankful to Pragya and her team to give me this opportunity to introduce my work or to tell about backyard poultry farming system for rural livelihood enhancement. Actually, this is very important topic because nowadays so many farmers and entrepreneurs are raising one question that we want to do backyard poultry, not only for our consumption and little bit for marketing. And so I have that Pragya told me that can you give one topic? So then I think this is the right time to introduce this topic to for you. So let's start with this topic. First of all, we will see why we should go for backyard poultry farming. So many people are knowing that in this poultry farming, there is low initial investment, but economic returns is high. This unit can be started with as low as 2 chickens or to a larger flock. Fixed cost is feed in this backyard poultry. Feed cost is negligible because backyard poultry is rearing just under a scavenging condition. Egg and birds can be sold in local market with high price because there is a growing demand for local chicken. Every time everyone is liking for desi chicken. So they fetch the market seller fetch more prices for desi chicken. So this can be a very good entrepreneur. And the consumer are willing to pay higher prices, as I have already told, for desi chicken. So, boost up in family income for better utilization of family laborers who are not able to perform other agriculture works like old family members or children, even women. They can easily rear this backyard poultry. Backyard poultry farming act as an ATM. Just because if any person need money to pay the fees of his school or to purchase any agricultural products, so they can easily sell them in the market immediately. So this is like ATM. So quality of chicken and egg is better in terms of organic farming as the birds are raised in a less environment. Because in a scavenging system, there is not as much stress except predators attack stress. So what are the thrilling benefits behind backyard poultry? First of all, they will fight against the malnutrition that is more common in rural areas and mostly in tribal of Jharkhand, Odisha, Bihar, and other places. They can fetch better price by selling the desi birds. Minimum land labor and capital is required for backyard poultry. high skill not required, regular source of income. High skill not required, that doesn't mean they not required any skill, but scientific, if they will rear the backyard poultry with scientific skill, they will definitely fight against the so many diseases, and they will get back more from backyard poultry. It is regular source of income, satisfying hobby and enjoyable. New generation get interested in animal husbandry activities. What are the bottlenecks in backyard poultry? Why many of the peoples are trying to rear backyard, but they are not? Why? So first of all, they don't have the knowledge of suitable germplasm. Lack of package of practices on scientific line, that I have already told. Less skill, but needs scientific skill. Poor healthcare and disease control, lack of capacity building, lack of organized market channels for inputs and outputs. So these all are the bottleneck in backyard poultry rearing. So if all will solve this bottleneck, they can definitely get more from backyard poultry. Then how we will go for is improvement. First of all, genetic makeup of birds, avoidance of inbreeding. That inbreeding is the more, we can say that is the main culprit behind the lower growth performance and egg production of backyard poultry. So third one is housing and production. This is also very much important, because housing is more important in backyard poultry. Predator attack is more. So to avoid these predator attacks, we need housing. As the temperature, climate is changing, so extreme with hot, extreme cold. Just to avoid this extreme stress of cold, hot and cold, we need housing. So if we will see the housing condition and environmental condition of our backyard poultry, then definitely we can increase the production performance of our backyard poultry. Supplement nutrition. They also need nutrition. Yeah, definitely they are moving here and there, just like scavengers, and find their feed itself. But we can see, because previously it was noticed that that chulha, we can say chulha was there, but nowadays gas is there. So there is no substances like rock and other substances, so they can take their feed from that ash. So ash was the very good source of we can say insecticides. To kill the insecticides, they use the rock. And nutrition, according to nutrition, we have to supplement the protein, energy. These are the two most important supplements that we have to give to our poultry, because nowadays earthworm is the main source. We can say previously earthworm was the main source for backyard poultry as a protein, but nowadays just because of chemical and so many use of fertilizer, earthworm is killing. So again they are reducing the earthworm from soil, so they are not taking the nutrition poultry protein from that earthworm. So then we can do one thing. We can use earthworm, maggot, and azolla as a protein source. This is not very much costly. We can rear this in our backyard also. So energy, for energy, we can supplement with maize, broken maize, and broken rice. For fifth one is disease prevention and control. If we will timely give him vaccination, so we can easily prevent the diseases of our backyard poultry. Training to farmers to enhance their scientific knowledge to rear the backyard poultry. These are the strategies for improvement in backyard poultry. So these are four, that is genetic groups used in backyard poultry: local nondescript birds, indigenous birds, and improved varieties. These all are four types of varieties that we can use in our backyard. This is local nondescript fall. So many desi birds are here and there in our states. So actually, rural peoples are more liking these birds because they are small in size, needs very less place and less maintenance. So they used to rear these local desi birds. Even they are poor in egg production. Their clutch sizes are small. Brooding suitable to these are the poor egg production, a small clutch size. Even though for back farmers, owners of chicken, they are preferred these desi birds just because of their mothering instinct, suitable to harsh climate, resistance to disease, and brooding instinct. So these are the four main factors that backyard poultry rearers are liking these birds, desi birds. These are the native birds which I have enlisted in this table and their home tract. These are the pictures of some desi birds, that is naked neck, frizzle, domicile asil, kadaknath, and kalahandi. So if we will see the backyard poultry and their rearing management, so we can see these slides that desi or indigenous birds are generally poor performance in egg. Just that we all know this. They are hardly produce 50 to 6 eggs per bird per year. Their contribution to the total egg output was almost static for the last few decades, and their meat production is also very less. Then what we can do in this? So introduction of high-yielding germplasm poultry suitable for backyard poultry rearing, and introduction of a small-scale incubator for hatching eggs. As I am telling that they need incubator, because if we will introduce high yielding germplasm poultry that so many carry and PDP Hyderabad is, and so many state universities are introducing new germplasm, or we can say the new strain of poultry suitable for backyard poultry. They don't have mothering instinct. They can't brood their egg. So they need small scale incubator for hatching a egg. These are some of the improved color birds for backyard. They all look like desi birds because they organization, ICR organization and state universities keeping the liking of rural population in their mind, that they like desi birds, multiple plumage color bird. They like desi birds because of their multiple plumage color. So they have developed this Carinavi, Cariciama, and all this backyard poultry just according to the liking of our rural backyard poultry farmers. These are the pictures of so many strain that developed by organization. These are the two varieties, that is Banraja and Gram Priya. These two varieties are very much popular in all the states, we can say. So they are also very good against predators. So what are the promising features of improved varieties? In these slides, I am telling only about Banraja and Gram Priya. So many varieties is there. So in this 1 hour class, it is not possible to show all the performance. So we have restrict only for Banraja and Gram Priya. These are the pictures of Banraja and Gram Priya of their male and female. They are natural and attractive multicolor feathers patterns, high general immune competence, so perform better under adverse condition, just like desi birds. Perform better even with poor quality diets. Grow faster and produce more egg than desi hen. Produce brown egg like desi hen. So this is so much similar to desi hen. So people are more liking these birds. These are the competitive performance of Banraja and Gram Priya and local chicken under backyard system. Average annual egg production is in Banraja in 171 and that ranges from 171 to 190. Gram Priya 178 to 200. Whereas if we will compare with local chicken, our local chicken is only producing 60 eggs in all per year, we can say, or we can say egg production in whole life. So backyard poultry is necessary, or we can say that this is the need of our, and for that, if we want very good benefits from backyard poultry. So care and management is must. So these are the five things that we have to take care. That is brooding, first 1 month of brooding, rearing of adults, housing, feeding, and healthcare. These five pillars we have to see to produce more from our backyard poultry. Then how we will manage under brooding. So chicks needs brooding during initial 4 weeks of age to maintain the required body temperature and to protect from predators. As we all know that our chicken body temperature is 107 to 108 degrees Fahrenheit, and that to maintain this temperature, this during first 4 week of their life, they need external temperature to maintain this temperature. So brooding is very important during this period. Metal oven or any other low-cost brooding materials can be used for this purpose. Initially, about 7 to 10 square inches space is recommended per chicks under brooder. These are the essential operations to be carried out prior to receiving the chicks. Before receiving the chicks in your backyard, we need brooder management. Under this, we have to see that cleaning and disinfection of poultry house is there. Spreading litter material in that area. Form a circle of about 5 feet diameter with brooder guard, which can hold about 200 to 250 chicks. Newspaper, heat source, feeder, and water management inside the brooder guard is must. Spread ground maize or fine maize or crumble feed on the newspaper. Check the brooder for brooder temperature of 90 to 95 degree Fahrenheit. Every week, we have to reduce the 5 degree Fahrenheit temperature. So at the 6th week, they can be reached at 70 degree Fahrenheit. So to see the ideal condition of your brooder house, we can see the movement of our chicks. If your chicks is comfortable and feeling suitable, that under brooder unit, your chick will be spreaded here and there. In the first circle, we can see your chicks is spreaded all over the room. That is environment, comfortable environment. If they will feel too cold, they will restrict himself near the bulb only, and they will accumulate near the bulb, and mortality chances of mortality is more because they all were accumulated at one place. So chances of mortality was more. In the third one, that is draft chick. If your condition is not that much, that will again accumulate far away from the bulb. That indicates your brooder unit environment is not that much suitable for your chicks. Too hot, they will again spread here far away from bulb, and they will accumulate near in the corner of the room. So we can see that the chicks are not comfortable, they are feeling too hot. These are the essential operations to be carried out after receiving the chicks. What is this? Give cool water after boiling. We have to first boil the water, and after that we have to cool that water. Add electrolyte, B complex, and antibiotics before the arrival of chicks. Not after the arrival of chicks. Before arrival of the chicks, this all should be done before that. Spread finely grained maize or semolina, we can say suji, over the newspaper after few hours of arrival, not before arrival of chicks. Before arrival of chicks, we have to give water with electrolyte, B complex, and antibiotics. After that, your chicks will take that water, and after 30 minutes of arrival, you can spread the finely grain maize, or we can say semolina. Suji is the best because their size is very small, so chances of choking is very less. Distribute chicks equally after counting under the brooders. For first 3 days, provide crushed maize twice a day. Also provide ground maize in the feeder. Change newspaper seeds immediately if they get wet. Remove newspaper on 5th day. We have to remove the newspaper on day 5th. Remove wet litter under water immediately and add fresh litter. According to the age of birds, brooder temperature should be adjusted, that I have already indicated in our previous slide about the temperature every week. These are the management. After 4 weeks, after 4 weeks of brooder management, we can left him free in free range condition. So at 42 days of age, these birds will attain 650 to 750 gram weight, and by the time they are ready to keep in free range system. These birds can be let out under backyard free range condition, that we can say 10 to 20 birds per household. That may be more than that, depending upon the housing area and natural feeds base available. These birds are let loose in daytime for foraging while they require shelter at night. Only night shelter is required in backyard poultry rearing. Clean drinking water should be provided before letting them out from the night shelter. The male can be sold when it attains the marketable age of 2 to 2.5 kg, and females should be raised for egg production. 2 to 3 males in a flock of 10 to 20 birds should be kept to get fertilized egg for hatching, and that fertilized egg can be used under desi birds to hatch their chicks, or we can use the incubators. Under free range condition, the necessity of supplementary feed mostly depend on the free area available in the backyard, intensity of vegetation, and availability of waste grain, insects, grass, seeds, etc. So generally the birds under free range condition can meet their protein requirement through scavenging, but the possibility of energy deficiency is common. So to avoid this energy deficiency, we have to supplement the feed from our side. So broken maize, broken rice, these are all the good source of energy. Therefore, feeding the birds with different locally available cereals that I have already told, like maize, bajra, rage, broken rice, jowar, with equal parts of rice polis or rice bran, is always beneficial to sustain the production under free range condition. If you want the good production from Banraja and Grampriya or any other poultry birds that is for backyard, so we have to provide this energy and protein source to have good production from them. If the problem of broken cell, less egg observed, calcium source like lime powder, cell grade, etc. should be supplemented at the rate of 3 to 4 gram per bird per day. Otherwise, we can use oyster cell, snail, meat of snail, meat of oyster cell, and the covering of snail and oyster cell is also the good source of calcium and phosphorus for the backyard poultry. So we can use them also. The most important diseases that affect birds under free-range farming is the Newcastle diseases, that is deadly disease for our poultry birds. Previously, it was our thinking that desi bird is more resistant to these diseases, but nowadays we are listening that so many backyard desi birds are also dying just because of Ranicate diseases. So night shelters should have a good ventilation, adequate light, and protection from predators. The marketable use for night shelters, such as wood and bamboo, offer a good hiding place for external parasites. So therefore, periodic cleaning of night shelter is essential. The deworming at 2 to 3 months interval is very much essential. Under free range condition, adult birds should be vaccinated against Newcastle disease at 6-month intervals, preferably before the onset of summer. So to prevent our backyard poultry from diseases, that is, we can say deadly disease, Ranicate disease, we can vaccinate our free range backyard with the Newcastle disease vaccine at every 6-month interval. These are the suggestions for obtaining high returns from backyard poultry farming. What we have to do? That I have already told that the predator attack is the most we can say most difficult problem. So if we will protect our birds from predators, that will be very good. Provide additional concentrate feed, provide clean and with scavenging rearing condition, we can apply additional concentrate feed also. Provide clean and fresh drinking water. Provide optimum space to avoid overcrowding. Proper vaccination, deworming, and veterinary care need to be regularized. Regular disinfection of poultry house and surrounding, culling of unproductive birds. These are the floor space requirement of different age birds. Ventilation is must for our backyard poultry rearers. If they are raising their birds in a small house, in that also ventilation is must. These are small hutch type house that we can use under our backyard poultry system. Feeding management. While rearing the bird under nursery management, complete balanced feed containing all nutrients, minerals, and vitamins should be given. In nursing, rearing, feeding a broiler starter up to 28 days is better option, but it also can be formulated with locally available materials. Feeder and water can be made of bamboo, cardboard, boxes, etc. And it is important to ensure easy access of feed to all the birds. Actually, I am telling all this bamboo, cardboard, just to avoid the cost of production. So we can, by using this, we can reduce our cost of production. Broken maize is the main source of feed in rural conditions. So we can, and this is easily available. So we can give the broken maize to our backyard poultry. Feeding and watering space has to be increased as they grow up. So watering and feeding is must. With a scavenger, they need extra nutrition to prove herself. So this feeding and watering is must. Fresh and clean water that I have already told is must. So these are the composition for feed for broiler and layer. If you are keeping your bird just for broiler purpose, so these are the some of the ingredients, that is crushed wheat, rice bran, sesame oil, cake, fish meal, salt. 1 to 4 weeks and 5 to 8 weeks. These are the different composition for feed. Concentrate supplement. In this picture slides, I have shown you different energy feeds, vegetable protein source, animal protein feed, minerals and vitamins, feeders, green meals, etc. And these are the prevention of vices, because in Gram Priya and Van Raja, we can say in compared to Van Raja, Gram Priya has more picking, egg picking, feather picking and egg picking and vent picking quality. So just to avoid this, depick the pullets at the age of 14 weeks. Repeat the process at 6 months again. Increase the salt in feed to 1% temporarily. Prevent overcrowding. Provide balanced feed in mass from form and adopt proper lighting program. Just all this program we have to do for avoiding this cannibalism behavior. Lighting program. What should be our lighting program in our poultry houses? That 15 to 16 hours lighting period per day for maximum egg production is very essential. The rate of giving the lighting is 1 watt light intensity per 1 to 1.5 bird or per 0.28 square meter, or we can say 40 watt bulb for 9.3 square meter floor space is required. Bulb height should be 2 meter above the floor. Distance between two bulbs should be 2.5 meter to 3 meter. During lighting, what care we have to see, that always use reflector to direct all light on the floor. Because if we will not use the reflector, your light will spread here and there and not on your chicks. So always use reflector to direct all light on the floor. Clean all bulbs periodically and regularly to remove dust and maintain enough light. These are the pictures which we can see that if we will give the 16 hours of light and 6 hours of dark, and in midnight little bit light for feeding and watering. Litter management. If we are rearing our birds in deep litter system, that most of the backyard poultry rearers are doing. So these are more the points that we have to take care of. That is, litter material are used in deep litter system of rearing to absorb moisture from poultry topping and also provide warmth in winter, coolness in summer. So suitable litter materials like sawdust, rice husk, pieces of hay and straw can be spread up to 5 to 10 centimeter thickness, and that should be stirred frequently and treated with slag lime to avoid caking. 1 kg superphosphate may be mixed per 9.3 square meter area to prevent ammonia smell if occur. That ammonia smell is uh, very much problematic in poultry and goods. So to avoid this ammonia problem, we can use superphosphate. These are the vaccination schedule for this backyard poultry. So during in first day old marriage disease vaccine is must. Fifth day Newcastle diseases. 14th infect IVD. 21st pox and again 28th Newcastle. 9th week Newcastle disease again in field condition. So your bird is with you up to 1 month. That is up to, we can say, the 28th to 38th day. So this up to 28 days, these are the vaccination which I have shown in this slide. And after that 28 day, we can say in 9th week, that is in field condition, and in 12th week in field condition, that Newcastle disease, booster of Newcastle disease and pox is must. These are the culling chart that if you are rearing your poultry, backyard poultry, and they are not producing good egg, so there is no question that we should rear these birds or not. Definitely, we have to cull these birds. So, what are the criteria to see whether your bird is producing good or not? So, we can see that if you pubic bone. If we will see the pubic bone of laying hen and compared to non-laying hen, then in laying hen, the pubic bone is thin, spread apart, takes, I will show you the pictures, that is take 3 to 4 fingers. See, in first picture, we can see in third picture, to see the laying condition of your bone, that checking a hen for laying status by measuring the spread of the pubic bone. So likewise, we have to keep the finger near their pubic bone and see whether they are more than 3 to 4 fingers or less than. If they are taking 3 to 4 fingers, then it is laying condition, and if they are less than two or less than that, then that is non-laying. We have to cull that part. Vent, we have to see the vent. Vent that should be large, smooth, and moist in laying condition. And if they are small, shrunken, and dry, we have to cull that part. And if you will see the abdomen, that abdomen is should be so full, soft, and pliable. We have to touch the abdomen of the laying birds. And if they are contracted, hard, and fleshy, then you cull that bird. If you will see the comb of laying birds is large, smooth, bright, red, glossy, and soft. Whereas it is shriveled, dry, dull, and scaly in not laying. Earlobes and wattles are smooth and soft in laying birds, whereas it is rough and dry in not laying. So these are all the criteria through which we can judge our birds. First picture showing how to carry your poultry, how to holding a hen in a comfortable position in your hand. And third, I have already told, just to see the laying condition, we have to see the pubic bones of your bird. And fourth one is checking a hen for laying status by examining the color and condition of the vent. At last, I will conclude that we can say increased labor cost and feed cost gives limited scope for large poultry farm, and so
There is some network issue. I think it's all the same. Rina, you get, I think, unmute yourself.
क्या ये आ नहीं रहा था क्या प्रज्ञा?
No, Rina, in last only in conclusion, it got stuck. No issue. There are few questions you can see in the chat box.
Okay, chat box. It is in chat box, na? Okay, I'm saying. Where it is chat with everyone. Can we provide pre-starter feed on day 2 because most of the poultry farmers are doing this practice? Can we provide pre-starter feed on day 2? Yeah, we can start this pre-starter feed on day 2, but this is very in very emergency case we can do this. First one days we can give him suji, that I have already told ki we can give him suji for first one day. So from second day, we can start the pre-starter feed. So they can. Is there any more question? I'm audible?
Yes. Is there any questions? You can write in the chat box. I think many of us, you are unable to unmute yourself. That's why you can write down in the chat box. Okay, if there is no more question, we are going to end up the session. Janet ma'am, please stop recording. And once again, I would like to thank Dr. Reena for giving a nice presentation of backyard poultry, because it is now upcoming area, and government is also supporting a lot from financial as well as logistic and other points. So we should have knowledge, because even I have worked on this backyard poultry, and there is a lot of difference between the theoretical as well as the field condition when we go for the field situation. So it is nice that we should have both the knowledge of field as well as the scientific practices. So I think there is one question: Azola feeding is better for egg or meat quality?
Yeah, it is better for both, because protein is the main protein and energy. I have already told now, protein and energy is necessary. So for both the meat and egg bird, this azola we can give.
Yeah, we have done field trial at KVK also. It's, at different levels, so it's good as a protein source. So any other questions? If no more, then we are very thankful to Dr. Dr. Mukesh, are you able to unmute yourself? You can ask directly.
Yes, ma'am. Very nice presentation, ma'am. I was asking about the dose of the Zola at the different stages of the poultry birds, like growth and meat and egg production.
Dose of azola. Actually, we are using ad libitum. We are using ad libitum. So most of the poultry birds that we have seen, they are not taking more than 15 to 20 gram. We are giving ad libitum, but they are taking only 15 to 20 gram.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
We will share her presentation in the group itself. No issue. So in the evening also there is reshuffling of the lecture. So the theme is on carbon credits. It is also one of the upcoming area to be aware about that regarding with regards to plant scientists as well as to the animal scientists. So be with us at 2:30. for detailed discussion on carbon credit by Dr. Rohit Gupta. And here we are ending with the meeting, and we are again thanking you, Dr. Reena, for your detailed lecture back at Poultry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pragya, and thank you, your team member. Thank you, all listener. Thank you.